Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome back, my students, to a new lesson of English, lesson number 10. This lesson will talk about pollution. Now let's read the article, and after that we can do the exercises which are followed. And where we read the article from a scientific journal, then tick the best title. On the right we have three titles. The first one is air pollution, the second one is environmental issues, and the third title is industrialization. First of all, we have to read and understand this text at the same time, and eventually we can choose the best title. Let's read the text. Now, an increasing population together with industrialization puts great demands on resources. The problems arise when air, water, and soil become polluted. It means that human activity upsets the balance of nature. This, however, unintentional, is completely undesirable. The condition of our environment is of great concern. Scientists are interested in conservation. They want to protect the environment as far as possible. Air pollution, like fumes and smoke from cars and power stations, affects the atmosphere. The ozone layer is thinner, letting in more ultraviolet light, and there is global warming. This affects the climate and also plant and animal life. Land and water pollution may result from mining activities, the dumping of industrial waste, urban refuse, and agricultural fertilizers such as nitrates. Now, after we have read this lesson, after reading this text, we can choose the best title, and I think, in my opinion, the best title is the second one, which is environmental issues, because here we don't talk about air pollution. We talked about air pollution, soil pollution, and water pollution, and we don't talk mainly about industrialization. So here we talked about environmental issues as general. So the best title is number B, environmental issues. Environmental issues. Now, practice number C. Work in pairs. Look at the words and phrases in bold. Bold here means the darkened words. Yes, in the text in exercise number B, work out their meaning in context. Now the first word is industrialization. Industrialization. The meaning of it: the developing of industry to make it more modern. The developing of industry to make it more modern. Number 2, balance of nature. To make the nature in balance here. The natural system or law that controls what happens on our planet. I mean on earth. Number 3. Unintentional. The meaning is without intention. Yes, not deliberate, unplanned, spontaneously, we can say that also. The following word is fumes. Fumes. It means smoke or gases that have an unpleasant smell, often from traffic. Ozone layer. Ozone layer. The layer in the Earth's atmosphere that protects the Earth from the sun's rays. So, ozone layer is the layer in the Earth's atmosphere that protects the Earth from the sun's rays. And the last word is dumping. Dumping means throwing away, to throw things away. You can write the meaning of these words, which are in bold in the text, in your notebooks, my students, and understand them after that. Number D. Cover the text in exercise number B, then draw a line to match the verb and noun collocations. Then check your answers in the text. We have here 2 columns. The first one is on the left and the second column is on the right. Let's read the first one. Put great demands on. Upset. Protect. Dump. Yeah. The second column. The environment. Industrial waste. Urban refuse. Agricultural fertilizers. Resources, and then the balance of nature. We have to match between the first and the second columns. Yeah. Number 1. Put great demands on resources. Put great demands on resources. Number 2. Upset. Upset the balance of nature. 3. Protect. Protect the environment. And number 4. Dump, which means throw away. Dump industrial waste, urban refuse, agricultural fertilizers. Here we have matched between the verb and the noun collocations. Here you are the answers. Number 1 with C. Number 2 we match it with number D. Number 3 with A, and finally number 4 with B. Now let's do exercise number A on our workbook, page number 29. Read the article below about a natural disaster in Spain. Then match the questions from 1 to 4 to the paragraphs from A to D by writing the letter in the books. Is the poison killing wildlife? What is going to be done about it? How did the disaster happen? And number 4, what should people do or not do? Here we have these sentences, and they are as forms of questions, and at the same time we have 4 paragraphs. Yeah. paragraph number A, B, C, and D. We have to match between these questions, the 4 questions, and the 4 paragraphs. Let's begin from the first one. A flood of toxic waste from a reservoir is threatening to destroy one of Spain's most beautiful national parks. The waste is from a zinc mine near Seville. The polluted water has poured through a broken dam. Orchards, rice fields, and cotton plantations are now covered with black mud. The water has now made its way down a river to the sea. Yes, this paragraph has the meaning of how did the disaster happen? How did the disaster happen? So here we can match number 3 with the first paragraph number A. Let's go on. Number B. The poisonous waste is killing everything in its path, and there are concerns about the effects on underground water. A scientist from Seville University said, "Nothing will be left alive." She warned that the poisons in the water were already entering the food chain, and that birds could die from eating affected crops. This paragraph, paragraph number B, we can match it with the first question. Is the poison killing wildlife? Yeah. Let's continue reading. Number C. People have been warned not to drink the water from the wells. Farmers have been told to keep their sheep and cattle away from the river. It may not be safe to irrigate fruit trees. Tourists have been advised to avoid local produce, and many have cancelled their holiday bookings. And this paragraph number C, has or comes under the title of this question, was should people do or not do? What should people do, or what should people not do? What shouldn't people do? So here number 4 with number C. And finally number D, the 4th paragraph. Meanwhile, the authorities have declared that the food, water, and air are all safe, but they don't know how best to clean up the mess, and nobody knows what the long-term effects of this disaster will be. Here we can match this paragraph number D with this question, what's going to be done about this disaster, about it. Here are the answers. So the first question must be matched with B, the second with D, the third question with number A, and finally the 4th one with C. Yes, after doing this exercise, my dear students, we can close up our lesson. So you have to study it carefully, and see you in the following class. And finally, I want to say to everybody of you, goodbye.